So, Charles Van Morgan filming Knoxville weather live. This is the road conditions. It is 32 degrees. We're in downtown Knoxville and it is raining right now. So, we're showing you the road conditions here in Knoxville, Tennessee. This is Charles Van Morgan Unbridled News Live. So, we're going to drive around and show you what the roads look like here in Knoxville. Maybe drive a little bit east for a little ways and get you caught up on Knoxville weather. Come on in, join the channel. Thank you. So you're watching Charles Van Morgan Live, Unbridled News, boots on the ground. We're filming the weather in Knoxville, Tennessee. It is 32 degrees with light rain. So come on in, and we may head out east just a little bit to see if we can catch some of the snow. Charles Van Morgan, Unbridled News, boots on the ground, filming the weather. Not hiding behind a TV screen. Out here in the weather. So this is what it's like in Knoxville. The conditions are slick. The roads haven't iced over yet, but they are a little bit slick. It's 32. They haven't frozen over yet, so we're still waiting for the atrocious weather that's supposed to be coming. If it gets any colder, then the ice on the road, the water on the roads will probably turn into ice. So it may be impossible to travel if it gets much colder for very much longer. It's 32 degrees right now. So the best thing we can hope for is that it starts snowing, because if it starts snowing, then you'll have traction, because snow gives you traction. No one can drive in ice. Hello, Charles Van Morgan in Knoxville, Tennessee, filming the weather live, boots on the ground. It is 32 degrees. It is light rain and a lot of water on the roads. If it continues staying this cold, it'll probably freeze over and the roads will be impassable. So the best we can hope for is that it starts raining. Starts snowing, because in the snow you'll have some traction, but there is no traction right now. So we'll probably head out east a little ways and see if we can pick up some snow. Thank you. Charles Van Morgan, boots on the ground. Unbridled News. Thank you for joining me. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're showing you what the weather is. That's the news, and we'll show it live on the scene here in Knoxville. We're downtown in the UT area right now. So we're showing you what it's like to drive around here in Knoxville. And from time to time, we'll turn off the speaker and give you some live weather updates. We can't turn on the radio because it'd be copyright infringement. So come on in, live weather, Charles Van Morgan Live on the road in Knoxville, Tennessee. So the roads are still very passable right now. It is 33 degrees on Cumberland Avenue, and it's just light rain. It's supposed to get a lot worse. If it stays below freezing for several hours, the roads might turn into ice, but they're still just wet right now, very passable. Conditions aren't very bad at all right now. So if you need to get out and go to the store to stock up, then you still got time to do that. And we're going to go head a little bit east to see if we can run into some of the bad weather. So this is Charles Van Morgan, Unbridled News, boots on the ground. We're going to go east, and we'll probably mute the volume to listen to the weather and give y'all an update. Can't let the radio on because it'll give us a copyright strike. So thank y'all for joining Charles Van Morgan, boots on the ground. This is the weather in Knoxville, Tennessee. This is 17th at Highland, and as you can see, it's just raining. The roads are fine, a little wet, slick, so I'd slow down, but they're still very passable. The bad storm that they claim is coming has not come to fruition yet, so it must be on the way. So like, share, comment. Thank you for coming. I'm driving, so I can't read the comments right now. We might pull over and read some of them later. But we are boots on the ground, live news, filming the weather. So yeah, the weather is news. So Todd Howell is a very popular news weather man, very nice man. And Charles Van Morgan will do the weather out here, boots on the ground, although I'm not a meteorologist. So thank y'all for coming. And like, share, comment, subscribe if you like real news, really on the ground to see what's really going on. I know they've been screaming all day for about a week about really bad weather. It certainly hasn't come to fruition yet. It is 33 degrees and wet roads. Not anything to be concerned about. Here's a salt truck. So they're certainly expecting it. We're behind a salt truck right now. They're certainly expecting very bad weather. If this stays cold, it's 33 right now. It's not even below freezing. If it gets any colder and this water freezes on the roads will be impassable. So I hope that it snows, because if it snows, snow will give you traction. No one can drive in ice. So if it starts snowing, then that's a good thing, because we'll have some traction. People will be able to get around. So thank y'all so very much for joining. Let's see if we can get some more likes and shares and comments. I'll read the comments when I pull over. We're going to head out west a little bit and see if we can run into some of the really bad weather. Hopefully won't get stuck. Thank y'all for joining. And Charles Van Morgan, Unbridled News, boots on the ground. So we'll go whatever we need to do, go wherever we need to go to film the stuff going on live. They've been hollering about this for over a week now, how bad it's going to get. And Memphis has already got some snow, but it hasn't panned out that way in Knoxville, at least not yet. So let's hope that the roads don't freeze over in this water on the road. It's still above freezing right now, so you can still travel. Traveling's just fine in Knoxville. There's not a problem. Other than wet roads slow down a little bit, but it's just fine. Charles Van Morgan, Unbridled News. We are driving east on I-40, excuse me. We're going west on I-40 in Knoxville, Tennessee. The roads are fine right now. We'll probably run into some bad weather, so if we go west far and long enough, and that's what we're shooting for. So come on in, Charles Van Morgan, boots on the ground, live weather. So the weather forecast in Knoxville is 100% chance of light rain, and it's not freezing yet. It's 33 degrees according to the thermometer in the car, and we're headed out west to see if we can run into some bad weather and show y'all what's going on. It may catch up to us before we catch up to it, or we'll meet it at the same time. And if it gets too bad, we'll turn around and go back home. Charles Van Morgan, boots on the ground, unbridled news. Thank y'all for coming. Enjoy the show. We'll try to be quiet for a minute, listen to the weather, see if there's any updates, and pass that right on to you. Thank you very much for joining us. Interstate I-40 west at the 385 is fine right now. So we'll read the comments if we pull over. Thank y'all for joining. Hello, hello, Charles Van Morgan, Unbridled News, boots on the ground live, filming the weather. We're on our way out West Tennessee. Just heard the weather forecast. They're saying probably maybe up to a 1/4 inch of ice, and then it's gonna turn back into rain. Right now it is just raining. It's still 33 degrees, so it's above freezing. So the bad weather, at least for East Tennessee, as far as I can see, hasn't come to fruition as of yet. If it stayed cold for a long time, and it's not below freezing right now, then these wet roads might turn into ice, but it's not expected, according to the weather forecast, to get much colder. So it may not come to as bad as what they say, at least in East Tennessee, in the Knoxville area. So we're right outside Knoxville, headed west on I-40, coming up on Milton Hill Dam, and we haven't seen a lot of bad weather, so I haven't seen it yet. We're boots on the ground. They're hauling for it, screaming loud, go stock up and prepare. But there's nothing wrong with being prepared, but I don't see the bad weather that they've been calling for. I don't even see any snow. All I see is rain. Coming up on the North City right now, so we'll see if we can run into some bad weather out west. They claim they have snow in Memphis. I seen that on television. And we're right outside Knoxville right now. All I see is rain and 33 degrees, so it's not cold enough for the roads to freeze over. It'll have to get a heck of a lot colder than this for a long period of time before it'll freeze. So Charles Van Morgan, boots on the ground, broadcasting the weather. And so we got the phone stationary, and we're headed out west Tennessee a little ways further. So nothing exciting to pick up. It's just rain at 33 degrees. If it gets worse, then we'll go live and let you know. We're going to stay on here a little while longer, try to find the bad weather they're screaming about. I don't see it. Boots on the ground, real news, unbridled. It may come to fruition, but I sure myself haven't seen any bad weather. It's not even freezing. It says 32 degrees in my car. We're I-40 west, so they're screaming it's going to get really bad. Everybody running hide. I don't see that. So maybe you do. There's nothing wrong with preparing. I certainly don't. Charles Van Morgan, Unbridled News, come on board. Thank you very much. We'll film the road here and see if y'all see a snowflake. I don't see one yet. So here we go. Maybe run into the bad weather. If not, we'll turn around. Thank you very much. Be safe from loud. Thank you. Yeah, we're coming pretty close to there right now. Thank you. Coming up on Harriman in 13 miles. We'll probably turn around in Harriman if we haven't run into any bad weather yet. So we got just a few people on here. Thank you for joining us. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Charles Van Morgan, Unbridled News, showing you boots on the ground, showing you the weather. We're on I-40 West, coming up on Harriman. The weather that they've been screaming about hasn't come to fruition yet, so it's just rain and 33 degrees in East Tennessee. So we're coming up on 356 I-40 West. Still haven't seen any bad weather yet. We'll probably run into it. Thank y'all for joining Charles Van Morgan Unbridled News. Boots on the ground filming the weather. They've been screaming about a week that it's going to be a catastrophe. And evidently it has been in some places. There's snow in Memphis. But we're getting close to Oak Ridge and next ride, and it's just cold and rain, 33 degrees. Don't see any snow or ice yet. So if you need to get out and you're in East Tennessee near Knoxville or Oak Ridge, you still got time to get out. The roads are fine. You just got to slow down a little bit. They're a little bit wet, but they're just fine. Thank y'all for your time for joining us. Hopefully we'll run into some interesting bad weather, but maybe not. The rain's coming down. So it can snow even when it's not below freezing, but it won't stick, so go figure. Sometimes they get the weather forecast very wrong. As of yet, they keep moving the goalpost, so I'm not sure if Knoxville will get any bad weather at all. And Michelle, if you're on here listening, I'll be home soon. I'm going to turn around here in just a minute. And if it starts doing something really bad in Knoxville, then we'll try to go live and show you what it is. Got to make sure that if you can, you get to church tomorrow. Try to go to church and worship the Lord. So we're in Kingston, Tennessee. The weather is 33 degrees, light rain. So we're going to stay on here a little while, head back towards Knoxville, Tennessee. Charles Van Morgan, boots on the ground. Haven't ran into any of the real bad weather yet. So if you're in Kingston, need to get out to the store, you can do that. It is not bad weather right now. So I'm going to turn around. Charles Van Morgan Unbridled News, boots on the ground, filming live. And thank y'all for joining. Thank you for your time. Yeah, Kingston, Tennessee. No bad weather here. So we're headed back I-40 east. Remember the move over law, even if there's a parked car on the side of the road, they added to the law that even a car with emergency flashers or even a tractor trailer on the shoulder of the road with emergency flashers, you still have to move over just like you do with law enforcement now, and that's been in effect for 2 years. So remember that when you're driving down the road. Be careful doing that. I don't think it's a good law, but we got to move over or face 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. So remember that when you're driving down the road. If somebody's pulled over in the emergency lane with flashing lights, not just law enforcement. Law enforcement, you have to do that too, but you got to move over into the lane away from the car that's in the emergency lane with flashers on. And if you can't move over, then you have to slow down. So remember that, or you can go to jail or up to a $500 fine. So it's a revenue producer, and moving over is one of the most dangerous things that you can do that causes a lot of wrecks. So be careful moving over, and if you can't, slow down. So that's just a little reminder because we passed a truck with emergency flashers on the side of the road. So we got 9 likes. Somebody give me another like. Let's get 10 likes. We're out here, boots on the ground, filming the weather. They've been screaming for about a week that it's gonna be really, really bad, and I don't see it yet. All I see is this 33 degrees. We're just right out, headed towards Oak Ridge, right outside of Knoxville, headed back to Knoxville. It's 33 degrees, and it is raining, and that's all. So go figure. It might get worse later on tonight, but I don't think it will. What do y'all think? yeah, we've been filming about an hour now. The road conditions in and around Knoxville. So give us one more like. We got 9 likes on here. Somebody give us one more like. I sure would appreciate it. You can hear me. Thank you. Charles Van Morgan, Unbridled News. Boots on the ground. We're filming live from right outside Knoxville, Tennessee. Trying to film the bad weather, but I don't see any bad weather. All I see is rain. But the temperature has just dropped to 32 degrees, so if it stays 32 for an extended period of time, this rain on the roads, the water on the roads could turn to ice, so it could get pretty nasty. Okay, just heard Mike Witcher from the weather station in Knoxville. They say freezing rain and then turning over to completely rain tonight. So right now it is 33 degrees coming up on Knoxville to Chattanooga Split, and it is 33 degrees and just light rain. So there's no traffic hazards or anything out. Charles Van Morgan boots on the ground. The weather appears to be just fine. It's a little slick outside to slow down, but it's not bad weather. It's 718, 33 degrees coming up on the I-40 split, 75 I-40. And we went all the way to Kingston. The weather seems to be just fine. So Charles Van Morgan boots on the ground. We'll let you know if it gets any worse tonight. We'll try to film it live, but I don't expect, from what I've seen, I don't think it's going to get cold enough to make any difference on the road. So I think you'll be safe going to church tomorrow. You should be. They've been screaming about a week about very bad weather, and it might have hit other parts in West Tennessee, but it hasn't come to fruition here in East Tennessee. We may avoid it. But it's supposed to be extremely cold tomorrow, so it may come. I don't know, but I haven't seen it yet. It's coming up on 7:30, and I don't see any bad weather yet. They've been moving the goalposts, so it's not a precise science, I understand. But we're out here, boots on the ground. There's nothing to worry about right now. It's not cold enough for the roads to freeze over, and 33 degrees, light rain. The roads are slick, slow down, but if you need to go anywhere, I wouldn't drive cautiously, but there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to. It's not even freezing. So thank you very much, Charles Van Morgan, boots on the ground. So we're in West Knoxville in the Farragut area, and the weather's just fine at the intersection of Kingston Pike, and the weather's just fine. There's just not even much rain right now, and the temperature is 32. So if you need to get out, there's nothing that should stop you as far as the weather. I'd just slow down because the roads are a little wet. But Charles Van Morgan, boots on the ground, broadcasting the weather live. So I know what they're saying on the weather forecast, but I certainly don't see it. So thank y'all for watching. We appreciate your time. So this is Charles Van Morgan, Unbridled News. It is 33 degrees in Knoxville according to the car monitor, and we just have very light rain. Roads are fine. Charles Van Morgan, boots on the ground, monitoring the weather. It's fine to drive right now if you need to go anywhere. So we've been on here about 2 hours and went all the way to Kingston. Couldn't find any bad weather yet, so they've been screaming all day long for about 2 weeks, so we'll see. So we appreciate y'all joining us. Thank you. Hit the like button and share. We'll be on here just a few minutes longer. So we got ice on our windshield wipers, making a lot of noise. We'll have to clean that off, but the roads are fine. They're just a little wet, and the light rain, 33 degrees in Knoxville, so it's supposed to get worse. We'll see. So we've heard them hollering about bad weather all day long and haven't seen a snowflake yet. So go figure. That just might mean it's coming, but I haven't seen anything yet. Drove all the way to Kingston, Tennessee, and didn't see any bad weather. So we will go in here and see if the manager from Kenjo wants to speak to our radio show, or maybe not. It looks like he's got his boss in there. So, Charles Van Morgan, Unbridled News Live. Drove all the way to Kingston. It is 33 degrees right now and very light rain. So, I don't know what the big deal is about the weather. So they say it's supposed to stay this way all night long now and might get bad. Might get bad tomorrow, but for now, if you need to get out, the weather's fine. It's about 8 o'clock and no real issues with the weather that I can tell. So if you feel like you're stuck at home, you're not. Hey, man. Do what? It's a camera, man. You want me to turn it off? It's your YouTube live. Can you turn it off? Have y'all had you mind if I talk to you? Have y'all had I sprained my ankle. Have y'all had a lot of customers tonight? A little bit.
Oh, really?
Not really. I've got a YouTube live show. In the past 2 months, in the past 5 months, I've had about 2 million people watching. And I'm doing live the weather right now. Real good guy here. He was assaulted at this store, hit in the head you got a scar there on you. That's how dangerous it is. Brave, kind man, one of the nicest men I know. Come and see Eddie. I don't know if they give you all tips here, but very, very dangerous, brave man. Works here.
Got robbed on Thanksgiving.
Got robbed on Thanksgiving. Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm out filming the weather. They said it's supposed to be bad. I don't see it bad. Do you?
No, not at all.
Sometimes they don't know what they're talking about, do they?
Oh, they said it was snowing. I was planning to stay here tonight.
Oh, were you? Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's 33 degrees, so it's not cold enough for the roads to freeze. I went all the way to Kingston looking for some bad weather, so I guess I disappointed my fans, but
yeah, you never know, because last year it was snowed out. Nobody could come down that street.
Yeah.
People sledding everywhere around here. It was straight up cold. You see people coming in hordes coming down the streets like they couldn't drive down.
Right.
But it's crazy.
It's raining, but it's supposed to stay about this degree, so the roads probably should be fine until it gets really cold tomorrow, but it's just light rain, and I think they had some snow in Memphis, but it ain't got this far yet, so.
Yeah. Everybody thinking like grab milk, grab bread. Like we have plenty at our store.
Yeah, so there's plenty here. We're here at Sevierville Pike and Davenport, and one of the nicest men you'll ever meet, Eddie. And you can still see the scar on his head where somebody hit him while he was at work and robbed him.
Yeah.
Were they robbing you, or they were trying to get a beer?
Just he thought I gave him the wrong change, and he got mad and he threw from right here to all the way up to the other register. It hit me in the face.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, and it all bloody. And you've been robbed several times here, haven't you?
Well, 9 years I work here, probably like 6 times.
6 times. Wow. It's a dangerous job, isn't it? So,
yeah, very dangerous.
They ought to pay y'all more, and people should be courteous to convenience store workers. I don't know if they allow you to tip him, but you should tip him.
Yeah, kind of iffy on tips, but
well, just don't let them know. I told you. I told you. To. Very good, man. I feel bad for him. Don't y'all for getting hit in the head. So this store's open. They got plenty of food and milk if you need to. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing my live YouTube show. Funny who you might meet. Yeah, this is a relative.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can hug him, and this is a friend, so I can give him a hug too. Yeah, I've had almost 2 million people in the last 5 months. So on my show, how's your? Well, you probably don't want to. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Just got off work early.
I'll tell Michelle I seen you. So yeah, she worries about you all the time. Take care. You got anything you want to tell my 2 million fans?
Michelle.
Yeah, that's her right there. Yeah, she sees you. She's watching it live. So you got anything you want to tell Michelle?
Hey, Michelle. Hey, Michelle. I love you. You see me? Hey.
Does she see you?
I don't know. Are you saying anything? Hello?
We're on YouTube Live. Can she hear me?
Yeah, she can.
Can she hear? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
And Eddie said hi too.
Eddie said hi too.
What's the name?
She said hey.
It's Charles Van Morgan. Unbridled News. Yeah, I put a lot of political commentary, a lot of stuff people don't want to hear about. You know, on your side instead of the people in government power. You know.
Look, about the podcast I do, Learning with Power.
Yeah.
Is with my friend Scott Powers Houston,
Uh-huh.
and we do political history, false narratives, and all that.
That's right. Yeah, that's kind of like what I do. What's the name of your podcast?
Learning with Power.
Learning with Power. I have to look it up. Real great man here. I feel bad for him. Y'all feel bad? Come in here and give him a big tip. He got hit in the head. Somebody, I mean, wow, that's just amazing. I was a police officer for 18 years and never got a scar on me like that. So, man, I feel bad for you. And I know how you are. Why would anybody ever want to hit you? I can't believe that.
You don't get their way.
Nicest man you'll ever meet.
It
So,
was over like 35 cents.
yeah, God bless you. And take care of these people in here. So we'll get off here. Thank you for interviewing with me. Michelle seen me live and came out here and called on the phone.